So here's red-green landfall, and we have the usual collection of landfall creatures from before the expansion, so leopard, sliderunner, gnarlid, and we have the glove ramblers. But we have a few interesting new cards here. A planeswalker, Arlinn Kord, which is very powerful, very good for an aggro deck in particular. Another planeswalker, which is very good in the same kind of deck. Mina and Denn, wildborn. Now this card can be used to return a land to your hand to get additional landfall triggers on your creatures, and in addition it gives trample. So it's actually a very powerful effect in this deck. It's like a mini overrun, giving effectively +2/+2 and trample to all of your creatures that have landfall. We have tireless tracker and the duskwatch recruiter for card advantage as a way to win against control decks, drawing some extra cards. Author of Nissa, which is very good in every green deck with creatures. Out of Chandra, just to have some extra removal. I don't play the Fire Impulse because it's impossible to get Spellmaster in this deck. So infectious bloodlust because I really like this card. This is not a new one, of course. And then I have these 2 copies of Nissa's Judgment, which is a very powerful removal spell against creature decks. Pumps 2 of your creatures and kill a very large creature. And then I'm playing these 2 copies of Warp Landscape just to get the additional landfall trigger on my creatures. This card is not good if you see it as just a mana fixing card. It's clearly much worse than Evolving Wilds, but it does count as 2 lands entering the battlefield, so you can see it as a spell land that it's either a colorless land that comes to play untapped, or you can spend 2 mana to get a small pump on all of your creatures. So deck is actually really fun to play. Okay, red-green landfall. Cannot keep a hand with no green. This one is fine, pretty good. I'm gonna fetch a forest and play one of my 2-drops. Sinister Concoction, interesting. Probably some kind of madness or delirium deck. This card is very good for both madness and delirium. So which one do I want to play? I guess I'll go with the gnarlid. Okay, it is indeed a vampire madness deck. So it's probably playing red as his second color. Okay, well, not much I can do. I can play the Evolving Wilds, attack for 4 damage, and play my sliderunner. And next turn I'm gonna play this, although it's gonna be threatened by this flying creature and possibly more flying creatures, but I hope I can keep it alive. Okay, he is indeed playing red. Actually, I'm probably gonna play the glove rambler instead, especially if he plays another flying creature here. Lightning axe, Okay, so it's a 2-for-1 in my favor. And if he didn't have a madness card, then he probably doesn't want to flip these anyways. So yeah, the fact that this planeswalker has free loyalty makes me not wanna play it. I'm just gonna play the first Grove Rumble, unless he trades here. If he does trade, then maybe I wanna play Arlinn Kord, make a wolf. He doesn't trade. Okay, well then it's Grove Rumble. Of course, he can kill the Rambler with this concussion, but looks like it's gonna be another 2-for-1 in my favor because he doesn't have a madness card. Or maybe he just drew one. Let's see. Nope, just a land. So that is a problem with having all of these discard outlets. Oh, he milled a Kalitas. Well, that's lucky for me because this card is not easy to beat. Unless I draw my Nissa's Judgment, but luckily it's now in the graveyard. So I'm just taking 2. Interesting that he decided not to trade here with the sliderunner. I mean, yeah, it's not. He's not winning these ways. I still don't particularly want to play Arlinn Kord. I think I'm just gonna attack without playing my land and play a Grove Rumble and keep these for the trigger. Okay, he finally drew his madness card, and yeah, very lucky for me that that is not hitting my Grove Rumble. The big problem with this card is that it's a 4 mana creature that has only 3 toughness, so it dies to Fiery Temple and also Fiery Impulse with madness. I mean with spell mastery. Bloodlust. I like this card. This is like my favorite card in the game. Interesting that he is playing these instead of playing the madness enchantment, senseless rage, I think it's called. Hey, I drew my own bloodlust, and it's gonna be a really big hit here. I can just play this sliderunner, then play my land, and then give haste to the sliderunner and attack for 10 damage, leaving my opponent at 2. And next turn I can play Arlinn Kord for an additional pump. And I win. Interesting that well, he's also playing Senseless Rage. Okay, he's going really all in on this enchantment strategy. Yeah, so I don't know what exactly it means that I do not get to leave the game. I mean, it means that my opponent just disconnected without actually conceding. But well, now I can also give haste to the leopard for additional overkill. So let's do that. Yeah, Arlinn Kord is really powerful. Also gives vigilance. All of our abilities are just great. Okay. This hand is missing a 2-drop. so it's not great, but if I draw, I have a lot of 2 mana creatures in the deck, so hopefully my opponent plays something that I can kill with off of Chandra. Nope. So hopefully I draw a creature. Nope, not a 2-drop. Oh well. Yeah, I kept this hand mostly because Arlinn Kord is very good. But maybe I should have mulliganed. Jace, okay, at least I can kill that one with off of Chandra. And that's what I'm gonna do. Kill Jace, and I might actually get a trigger from off of Chandra when I play Arlinn Kord. I'm definitely gonna get a trigger, so 2 damage to my opponent. Like searing blood, I guess. And I do the land, so what do I wanna play here? Yeah, playing Arlinn Kord seems the best. Well, yeah, he cannot activate the funeral. It's I'm gonna make a 2/2, and next turn I can give haste to Mina and Denn, or if I draw a land, give haste to the Glove Rambler. Oh no, actually I cannot do that because if I make a wolf here, she's gonna flip. Well, it's fine. I'm gonna try to flip her again. Here comes the 2 damage. Disperse on the Arlinn Kord. Okay. Well, this means that I'm gonna get another trigger from off of Chandra. That's pretty good. Oh, I mean, he might have a counterspell. Nope. So another 2 points of damage from off of Chandra. Yeah, I could play these and look for a land, but it's safer to just play Arlinn Kord. Yeah, Author of Chandra doing some good work. Author of Jace not nearly as good as Author of Chandra. Discarded, wow, a madness card. That's pretty good. Alright, well, I'm just gonna play Mina and Denn, and I'm actually gonna minus Arlinn Kord on my opponent because I want to flip her so that I can give haste to my next creature. So I get to scry 0, and that's not going to save him, I think. A very bad card to have in this kind of situation when you're really behind on board against an aggro deck. So many Glove Ramblers and no land. I have these, but I don't have time to use it. I'm just gonna play Glove Rambler and kill my opponent if he doesn't have removal. Give haste. He does have disperse, okay. So he should disperse the Rambler, yep. Maybe I should have just made a wolf to flip Arlinn Kord again, but he would have dispersed the Arlinn Kord in that case. So Oh, he dealt damage to Arlinn Kord. Okay, so it's a good thing that I didn't that I blast her. And another fever visions. He draws 2 cards, so he might have another bounce spell, but that wouldn't be enough. Yep. And I can just kill him with exquisite firecraft. Yeah, this hand is fine. I can play my 2 landfall creatures and then play evolving wilds. Double pump my creatures, get my red mana, play a recruiter. Pretty good start. Of course, being on the draw is always a disadvantage. What is this? Some kind of extreme control deck. Well, my plan doesn't change, I think, so I'm just gonna play gnarlid. I'm gonna attack just to test the waters. Maybe he thinks I have some kind of pump spell. No. And play gnarlid. Impulse on the gnarlid. So I guess I'm just gonna play the recruiter for maximum mana efficiency. Let's attack again. Maybe this time he's not gonna block. He blocked. Okay, I'm gonna play recruiter. I'm gonna crack these for the mountain so that I can give haste to my leopard and attack with 3 creatures, maybe. Okay, at least he didn't have a planeswalkers here. Planeswalker. Still, I'm not confident in playing my bloodlust with so much mana open for my opponent. Yeah, the Howler flipping is actually pretty good. I can play a Glove Rambler now. And or I could play Recruiter and give haste to the Recruiter, but I think it's better to play Rambler, so I'm just gonna attack. I don't think there's any reason. Oh, there is a reason not to attack. I'm still gonna attack, but I should have played the Rambler before attacking because he might kill the. No, okay, he just takes 1. Well, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna have some kind of mass removal, but at least by playing the Rambler, I'm forcing him to use his mass removal here, Radiant Flames probably, and then I can start rebuilding, although it's gonna be pretty slow. Yeah, a fortified rampart combined with Radiant Flames and Languish is not bad. You know, forces the opponent to play more creatures to get beyond the rampart, and then kills all the creatures, and the rampart stays alive. Okay, so he's still not going to use mass removal. Maybe he just doesn't have any. This looks like the kind of deck that wants to play like 6 different mass removal spells. Anyways, what do I want to do here? So I think first, rather than giving haste to a leopard, it's actually better to leave up a warped landscape and attack with these 2 creatures and see what my opponent does. If he blocks the 5/5 with the rampart, I can pump it by cracking these. So yeah, he blocks that one, and reprisal on the big one. Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna play sliderunner and leopard. Yeah. So I can save my recruiter for later to draw me some cards. And again, if my opponent has a mass removal, this is it should be pretty appealing to. Okay, that's a really strong mass removal spell. Yeah, -1, and I lose everything. And yeah, there's not much I can do. I can play 2 recruiters. He's just gonna -2 Chandra. So probably just play recruiter and bloodlust, attack into these, and I could also play recruiter and crack my clue, looking for some kind of like ortho Chandra could be pretty good. Okay, let's do that. Let's start by sacrificing my clue, and then see what I draw. Firecraft would be good if I could cast it. I'm just gonna play recruiter and so he's blasting Chandra. I'm gonna take 6. And exquisite. Okay. Well, turns out that fortified rampart is completely unbeatable, which is kind of unexpected. I didn't think this card was so good, but it's clearly unbeatable for my deck. I'm just gonna attack the Chandra, I guess, so that if he wants to -2 the Chandra, he has to lose her. Of course, he can just -3 the obnixes, but I cannot stop that from happening. So attack. He blocks the big one, of course, and Chandra goes to 2 loyal. And I could also try to crack these and get my second red and play firecraft on Chandra. Yeah, having these as a colorless source is being a problem. Call the gatewatch. Okay, he's gonna get Nahiri and exile my recruiter so that I don't get a second bloodlust. And at this point, I think I'm just gonna concede. I don't have anything that can beat these set of planeswalkers. Yeah, he exiles the recruiter, and I'm gonna concede, save my opponent some time, I guess.